Well, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon on the West Coast. Good evening. More good evening on the East Coast. Yes. Game Time is doing a video on my way home from work. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We got some good news. Micah Parsons is day-to-day. Yes, he's day-to-day with a back injury. A little birdie is telling me he might actually start practicing. Don't say nothing to nobody. It's only just me and you. Micah gonna be here real soon, everybody. Just wait and see. It's not gonna be long. Mike is gonna be here real soon to help with that pass rush. Wreak havoc. Hopefully September 4th. Again, everybody's getting up in arms about the showing from the other day in a scrimmage with the Rams where you weren't allowed to tackle to the ground. Yes. It is very hard to do that. The Rams are talented, no doubt. But people are panicking about our run defense, and I'm here to tell you, stop panicking. I've told you guys time and time again, Matt Eberflus always stops the run. Will he be? I want to go straight. Sorry, too much traffic. We're going the back way. Matt Eberflus always stops the run. He does. Okay? And if you don't believe me, listen to Todd Archer right now. Listen to Todd.
Feel like that I know people worry about the run defense. I kind of worry about people blocking this front and then figuring out just throw the ball in the secondary.
So if you can't stop the run and you can't stop the pass, then what are you going to do? Honestly,
I think teams are better throwing the ball than they are running the ball. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no question. I mean, that's where points come from, right? Points come out of the pass game, not the run game. I'll say this about the run game for the moment and not seeing them in a game yet. And again, I don't know how much they'll play on Saturday either, but I look at Eberflus's history here, Indianapolis, Chicago. Like, we always make this big thing about, oh, they're so small, they don't have big guys.
Yeah.
How are they going to stop the run? That's never been Eberflus's
never
MO.
been a problem.
And
yeah.
I got a story coming out next week on that where, you know, the size doesn't necessarily matter. It's getting everybody the ball, everybody doing their job and flying around, right? I mean, when they led in defense and run defense here with the Cowboys in 2016, their starting tackles that year were Terrell McClain and Malik Collins.
Yeah.
A couple of years before that, when they were like eighth, I want to say, in the league, it was Nick Hayden and Tyrone Crawford.
Right.
Neither guy was over 300 pounds. So, you know, there's a element of, oh, they're too small and Mozzie can't do this. I think that we put too much on Mozzie. I mean, he is what he is at this point.
Absolutely.
But I think their run defense is going to be about the group and not an individual. And you know, another thing that will help the run defense is playing with 10-point leads.
Yeah.
So the offense better be able to score some points to help those guys out. And that might have been why they had the number one run defense there in 2016, because they were scoring a ton.
Todd Archer, ESPN.
Todd Archer just explained to you that they were number one in the league with those guys. With Crawford, right? You know, again, Eberflus has done it without big-bodied guys. It's a scheme. It's rallying to the ball. We do not have to be the number one when we had Gallimore and Malik Collins and all that. We were number one against the run. We have that now. And I just hope that the Cowboys do the right thing and cut ties with Mozzie, because they need to go out and make a move. I would like to kick the tires on Wilkins. I would. But if not, you need to pick up somebody. Do what the Eagles did. You know, that Jacorian Bennett is not a world beater. He's not, but it's better than what you're going to get that is cut and released. And he has a shot to play. Okay? He's going to be, you know, he has a shot. That's what I'm looking for. It's easier to find a big-bodied guy. Jay Toia can't do it all by himself. Now, again, we do have guys who are going to play defensive line outside of Osa and Thomas. We do. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Perry and Winfrey, but look, you got the guy we got from the Saints that's been lining up inside and is better. I told you guys, he's a better interior. Peyton Turner is a better interior lineman. He's a better interior lineman, or he has looked better with the Cowboys than on the end. We don't really need him at the end. He's a big guy. Is he 300 pounds? No, but Todd Archer, story coming next week, just laid out for you that you do not have to be big and over 300 pounds in Matt Eberflus's scheme. Dallas was number one defense in 2016 against the run. Again, Matt Eberflus. It's real, people. Everybody wants to overreact. We all do it. I get it. We all do it. But I can't wait for tomorrow night. This is what I can't wait for. All right? Now that we got that aside, they're going to be fine against the run. Now, are they going to shut the Eagles down? That's arguably the best running team in the league. So I would say no, we're not shutting the Eagles down. So, Eagle fans, zip it for now. Just sit on the sideline for now. No excuses. Bruce, no excuses. So I think we're going to be fine against the run. Maybe against the elite teams, we may struggle. Okay. All right. You crawl before you can walk. I'm not about to say we're going to be number one. But, again, I believe we'll be better than last year. Don't let a joint practice / scrimmage where you can't tackle to the ground scare everybody off like a bunch of bitches. That's how I'm taking it. It's ridiculous. But, getting to tomorrow night, the things I'm excited about, and I don't know, Primetime has told me that he's busy and no show. We might have one Sunday. Stay tuned on that. Forgot, he did text me back and said we may do a show on Sunday. But I haven't decided whether to stream during the game or not. We can. If I'm not busy, let me know. Do you want it, or do you want me to do a post game right after? I don't know. I don't know if I want to lock in, but I mean, we'll see. I may be in the jacuzzi watching the Cowboy game from my jacuzzi. I may be. That's probably what'll happen. I'll be outside in the jacuzzi watching the Cowboys game. And these are the guys that I'm looking for. I'm looking for Phil Maffa to run the ball, right? I'm looking for guys like Deuce Vaughn. He's supposedly back to run the ball. They signed Malik Davis to run him into the ground. Malik, sorry, brother. I don't know if we'll see any work this week. It all depends. But more importantly, spread their asses out. Spread them out. Spread them out with Joe Milton. And I want to see Joe Milton for 3 quarters at least. We know what we got. I want to see Joe Milton for 3 quarters, and then we can have Primetime's guy, I can't even think of his name, put in the comments, our 3rd string quarterback right now. I'm having I got brain fog. What's his name? Eagle. He's just got a ring with the Birds being on a practice squad. Sorry. Put in the I'll probably remember it. Number 15, Will Greer. Bang! Will Greer. Will Greer. Oh, sorry. Woo! Will Greer. So, I'm looking for, let Milton chuck the ball 30 times, all right? I don't care if we win. I want to see Jalen Moreno-Cropper. I want to see Jalen Brooks. I want to see Ryan Flournoy. Yes, Drew Flournoy. I want to see, I want to see Mingo get some run. I want to see Jalen Tolbert get some run. I want to see John Stevens, even if he's not going to make the Cowboys, which he's not. Maybe he can make the practice squad, or he could go win himself a job somewhere. I would not, none of the starters outside of a couple offensive linemen. Mozzie Smith is going to play. I'm done with Mozzie. Sorry. I mean, I don't mind him as a deep rotational piece, but I just assume move on. Again, he does not love football. Never has. The trolls were right. Sorry, he does not love football. He's too sensitive. He's also too sensitive. So it's time to move on from Mozzie, but he is playing. We'll look at him. Jay Toia. He's had some ups. He's had some downs. We cannot solely rely on a 7th round pick, Jay Toia, or a 5th round pick. It was 5th round pick. We cannot solely rely on Jay Toia. It's not fair to him. All right? I believe you will see a lot better game this week. I mean, I think Dallas will do better than they did in the joint practice/scrimmage where you can't hit the quarterback and you can't drag people to the ground. It was ridiculous. Again, I know why they do it. Dallas will be vanilla, but again, without the services of Jadon Blue, and without the services of obviously they're not going to start and running back Javonte Williams, and Miles Sanders is still banged up. So Deuce Vaughn, Phil Maffa, Malik Davis, and a lot of Joe Milton throwing the ball, a lot of Will Greer throwing the football. That's what it's going to be. Don't look at the scoreboard. Let's look at individual battles. So we'll play it by ear what we're doing tomorrow. I am working tomorrow, so probably not going to stream the game. I'd rather do a recap maybe Sunday morning. It all depends whether Primetime Phil is going to stream on Sunday. The kiddies are going back to school. They have a lot to do to get that ready. So Phil's not available tomorrow. We'll see about Sunday. Probably not. The tone of his text was a no. But I could be wrong, Phil. I could be wrong. But anyway, that's about it. People need to relax about Dallas Cowboys and stopping the run. They're more equipped this year than they were last year. They'll be fine. Again, they have a harder schedule, right? They have a harder schedule. So I still don't see them winning more than 9-10 games. But, I think the key to Dallas is putting up a bunch of points. And barring injury, I think we're going to put up a bunch of points through the air. Again, how you win ultimately in the league is by scoring points. And how we were good a couple years ago was putting up a lot of points every week, a 40-burger every week, almost every week. And I think we averaged 38 points for the year, a game. But I don't know, Trader Chris. You do the math, brother. But, it seemed like we were putting up a lot of points. And that also helps your pass rush and your run defense. Again, that helps your run defense. Why? Teams aren't going to run the ball if you're up by 20 points. You know what I'm saying? But all right, everybody, this video has gotten real long. Everybody just needs to relax. Trust me. Relax.
What y'all, the second team?
We're the first team.
Yeah, we're not gonna fall for a banana in the tailpipe.
You're not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe?
It should be more natural, brother. It should flow out like this. Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe. See, that's more natural for us. You've been hanging out with this dude too long.